Welcome to the Lesson 3 Google Apps for Education. Today we will be talking about setting up your Google account through Macallan ISD. Now the first thing that you're going to want to do is open up your Google Chrome web browser. If you do not have Google Chrome installed on your computer, make sure that you install it before activating your account. Once you install Google Chrome, you're going to launch Google Chrome and you are going to set up your account by going to this address. The address is drive, so at the very top you're going to type in drive.google.com/a/macallan.isd.net/. This is the page that you will see once you arrive at that website. You're going to see here this example at macallanISD.net. If you do not see this, make sure that you typed in the address correctly. Your email and password. Your email is going to be your current Macallan ISD email without the domain. So for example, you might be used to seeing instructional / and then it would be your email. So this is my email, for example. So you might be used to seeing that. Here for this username, you're going to type in only your email. So it would look something like this. It would be your email, your first last name at macallanISD.net. Whatever your current Macallan ISD email is, that's going to be your username for your Google Apps for Education. Once you type in your email address, you're going to type in the password. The password for your Google Apps for Education, the very first time that you set it up, is going to be the word change me. So again, your password is going to be change me. And this is what you should be typing in your password. So again, the very first time that you set up your Google Apps, Google Education account, your password will be change me. And again, your username will be your Macallan ISD email. So again, username is Macallan ISD email without domain. And your password is going to be change me. So this is the next step. I'm going to go ahead and fill in. I am helping set up one of my coworkers' accounts, so I have permission to set up her account. I'm going to type in the password. Password is change me, and I'm going to press sign in. After you press sign in, you're going to get this prompt here. Simply read over this prompt. It tells you about Google, it tells you about the Help Center, it tells you about managing your account. After you've read it, make sure that your email address shows up here. Your one important thing to note is that when you do create your Google account with macallanISD.net, keep in mind that that email will remain your Gmail email. Now I know that sounds a little bit confusing, but once we proceed to the next step, you'll understand. So again, make sure that your email, your name, your email is here. After you have finished reading and you've read the terms of service and the privacy policy, go ahead and click I accept continue to my account. You can, at this step, you can go ahead and download Google Drive if you want. It is not necessary. So if you would like to download Google Drive, just simply press this blue button. But for now, I am going to hit no thanks and come back and do that later. So after you have successfully created your Google account, you should see at the top left hand corner this McAllen Fulfilling Our Promise banner. You should also see your email address here, your McAllen email address. Now again, this email address here is also your Gmail address. So what does that mean? That means that for this account, you do not have a separate Gmail account. So let me explain that to you. So anytime if you have your own personal Gmail account, you will usually receive emails to that Gmail account. Well, with the McAllen ISD account, if someone were to send you an email to this email here, to whatever your McAllen ISD email is, that's set up with Google, it will redirect that message to your Outlook email. So in simple terms, that means that you can use your Google Drive for everything except email, pretty much. Anything that's emailed to you is just going to go to this email address and not a at gmail.com address. So just kind of keep that in mind if you are using your Google Drive and you wanted to use email. It's just one of the things that's not available right now. So once you have successfully logged in, you're going to click on the top right. There is a little arrow here. You're going to click on that. Verify that this account is managed by McAllenISD.net. And you should be able to do that with this little prompt here. After you've verified that you have logged in and you are at your McAllen Google account, you're going to click on or tap on where it says account. Right under your name should be your email address and account and privacy. So go ahead and click on account. So this next step is for you to change your password. And your password here is going to be, as soon as you scroll down, your password for signing in will be here in this option. Now you can check a whole bunch of other things here, but we're just going to focus on the password. I'm going to go ahead and click on the password. It's going to ask you to re-enter your password. So go ahead and re-enter your password. Again, your password right now is still change me. I'm going to go ahead and click sign in. After you press the sign in button, you will be prompted to go ahead and change your password. Make sure that you change your password to something that you can remember. Make sure that you never write down your passwords. I would suggest to change your password to your Skyward password, or perhaps your computer login password, something that has at least 8 characters. Use different symbols. Make sure that it's not too simple. Please do not use password for your password. So I'm going to type in the new password here. If you want to verify what your password is, you're going to click here on this eye and it's going to show you what the password is. And so for example, just so that you can see, I am going to put password 123. So if you want to verify that your password is correct, tap here and it's going to show you your password. So of course I'm not going to put password 123. I'm going to put the password that my coworker wanted. After I type in the password, I am going to re-enter that password. After I have entered that password, I am going to press on change password. After you press change password, your new password should be in effect, should go into effect. If you get an error, you probably did not put both passwords correctly. You probably missed a letter or a number or a symbol here. Make sure that you view your password so that you make sure that they are the same. So I'm going to press change password. Your password was changed, if you notice there. So now verify your name, your email. Password has been changed. Password changed just now. I'm going to scroll back up. After you have completed this step, you are going to tap on your options menu here. And in your options menu, you're going to tap on Drive. And that'll take you back to the screen that we started at. Now this is your Google Drive page. This is where you will usually end up when you log in to your Google Apps for Education account. Now I'm going to verify that I am able to log back in using my new created password. So I am going to log out. I'm going to tap on this arrow here, and on the bottom right of this small box it says sign out. I'm going to tap sign out or click sign out. After I sign out, I'm going to be redirected to this page here. After I'm redirected to this page, I am going to go ahead and log back in. So go ahead and type in your username. Again, is your mechanized email address without the domain, and then your new password. I'm going to press sign in, and I am successfully able to log in to my Google account. Make sure that after you have signed in, anytime that you have signed in, you sign out. Now before we move on, just a little bit about Google Drive. With your Google Drive, I would like to just point out that for teachers, students, and teams using Google Drive, you have unlimited storage here on the cloud, on the Google Cloud. And the best way to check to see how much you have used, or if you just want to check how much space you have, you're going to tap on account and you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And here it's going to tell you how much you're using, so how many gigabytes you are using. So right now we are not using any space. I'm going to tap on or click on the storage, and it tells you here. you are using however much storage. And if you notice here, everyone at McConaughey can use unlimited storage. So that means that you are not limited to the amount of files, videos, pictures, whatever type of file that you have, you are not limited by space or storage. You can store as much as you want on your Google Drive account. Now the only thing is that you can only store files of up to 5 terabytes each. Now I doubt that you'll have anything that's larger than that, but it's something interesting to note. So again, you have unlimited storage along with your Google account. So I'm going to go back to my Google Drive and I'm going to sign out. Make sure that you have also successfully signed out of your account. After you sign out, you should be redirected to this page. So now that you have access to your Google account, go ahead and start taking advantage of that free space and begin logging into your Google account.